Okay, we've prepared all of our ingredients so we know what we've got and what we want to use for aging this book. We went and got a vinyl tablecloth so we don't make a mess on it. We've got some moist coffee grounds from this morning. We've got a couple of sponges to use with the tea that we're going to make, 5 packets, 2 cups of water. We've got a brush to mix with the coffee grounds to perhaps give some aging to the pages. We've got a little 4/0 steel wool for rubbing the leather cover with to age it. Since we're doing 144 pages in the book, we've got gloves so we don't wrinkle up too bad. And we're going to use a blow dryer, 1 page at a time on this. Alright, we have steeped our tea for a half hour and we are ready to give this grand experiment a go. We're going to start with the inner cover, which we've had a bit of writing on. We want to see how this is going to work. So put a little tea on it. I think we'll start by blow drying this. Well, certainly has a darker appearance, a little rougher feel to the paper, like it's been sitting around for years and years. I think we're going to do the rest of these pages. We're doing a little experimentation, I think, to make this go quicker for aging the book. What we're going to do is leave the page down instead of trying to hold it up. Go ahead and soak one side of it, then flip the page over once we've moistened this side, because it's going to soak through, and dry it from the other side. And personally, I'm not too worried if there is some streaking, since we're looking for age, and I don't mind a little bit of it along the edges there. So there's a page. You'll notice it's soaked all the way through on the other side, and then we'll just dry it from this side. I'm just going to continue doing that. Alright, we are roughly 3 hours into the process. 2 cups of tea was not enough. That only got us about 55 out of 77 pages in. Some updates on our progress and what we have learned here. Number 1, you want a good seat. It's been 3 hours. A chair will come in handy if you're going to age your book. Second, the coffee grounds. Abandon that idea. This is a lengthy process, so trying to mix coffee grounds in with it wasn't working as well. 2 cups of tea, as I said, weren't enough. We're going to go with 2 more cups, so if you're going to do the book all in one sitting, you're going to want 4 cups of tea. As the book gets thicker as you move along, I'm going to show you basically how you're going to have to fold the pages a bit. Before I get there also, the gloves come in very handy. Blow dryer, very hot. It certainly helps to have gloves on as you're running the blow dryer over the pages in your fingers. Where I left off was on this page. This page has some staining because of the process I'm using, which I'm about to explain as we've moved along. Basically, I'm going to take the sponge, wipe the entire page down and soak it. You don't have to be gentle. The rubbing on the page causes the paper to nub up, which works well. Once it soaks, I'm going to flip the one page over, and because we're so far into the book, you want to take it with both fingers and kind of pull it out of the edges so that you can get into the spine area. I'm going to blow dry this side of it, flip it back over, blow dry this side, dry this because it's been laying up against this damp page, then flip it back over to dry it because this page will be wet. And that's the process per page as we do it. So I'll start that now so you'll get an idea what we're doing. You'll also notice that part of the page tore. I've got a couple of pages with some tears and rips, which gives it a little bit of character. And then I'll just continue on for the rest of the pages, and we'll come back when I'm finished with it. All right, 3.5 hours later, we now have an aged book. Now to try to age the cover. We're trying 4/0 wool here. We're going to give the cover a little scrape. I might suggest using a more coarse wool. Might make it scratch up a little faster, but then you might scratch it more than you wanted. Alrighty, let me wipe it down. Alrighty, and so we go from a brand new book, gold edged, nice clean white paper, to the antique look, with some of that gold taken out of it, a little roughed up, a little bit of the gold edging left on there. You can see that. Page is looking quite a bit older now. And I think as a final step, we'll probably end up rubber banding the book together to keep the spine tight. And I will say that that is done.